The flash fire training system creates scaled backdrafts, flashovers, and gas explosions for training that makes an impact. With the flash fire, you can show trainees the conditions that lead to these dangerous situations, demonstrate the tactics to reduce risk, and show what can happen in a worst-case scenario. The flash fire training system is a scaled version of a typical family home or commercial structure with a door, roof, vents, and interior props. Using the handheld remote, instructors can introduce smoke, fuel, ignition sources, and can even control the amount of airflow and ventilation to create conditions found at a fire scene. Trainees can view the events in real time and gain a true understanding of some of the most dangerous fire risks. Create an oxygen-starved fire condition and educate trainees how to identify and react to backdraft scenarios. Trainees can see smoke breathing in and out of doors and vents. When the door is opened and oxygen is introduced, a backdraft occurs, shooting fire and smoke out of the door, filling the entryway to the structure with heavy fire. Flashovers demonstrate the sudden, rapid deterioration of conditions that occur when combustible materials inside a room reach their auto-ignition temperature. A hot point source is used to simulate the seat of fire, and when the conditions are right, the room suddenly flashes. The flash fire system can also demonstrate auto-ignition of solids to show how off-gassing causes combustibles in rooms to rapidly ignite in flashover conditions. Expose your trainees to the explosive potential of a gas leak inside a building when 100% LEL is reached. The gas valve is scaled to reflect a standard gas line's output. The timer is scaled to simulate the amount of time needed to reach a similar gas concentration in an average residential structure. Trainees can watch the emergency unfold as the chamber rises to 100% LEL. An ideal gas explosion demonstrates a scenario where the gas concentration builds past 100% of LEL and an ignition source is then introduced, triggering a high-energy explosion. Oversaturated conditions can also be created to show the effects of improperly ventilating a structure with a gas concentration above the upper explosive limit with an ignition source present. Here's how it works. Select a backdraft, flashover, or gas explosion scenario and start the sequence with the handheld controller. The fuel supply, door and roof vents, timer, and ignition sources are all controlled automatically. As time counts down and the level of fuel builds, the display indicates the percent of LEL reached. Settings can also be controlled manually to customize scenarios. Select propane fuel to simulate the combustible gases released during incomplete combustion, or use actual combustible materials. Select the electronic ignition to simulate appliances, or choose a hot point source to simulate the seat of a fire. Fuel load and available air can be adjusted to create a range of explosive conditions. Horizontal and vertical ventilation can be operated with a handheld controller, so instructors can demonstrate the effects of different ventilation techniques on backdraft and flashover conditions. A built-in fan can be activated to simulate the agitation of air created by people entering the structure and the effects of stagnant versus well-mixed air environments. The onboard smoke generator can be used to help show airflow and the effects of ventilation. Add realism to the room environment with various props and accessories. The flash fire system is built with stainless steel and laminated safety glass with blast vents to safely direct explosive energy up and away, and a warning light indicates when a fire or explosive environment is present. Because all scenarios are managed with the handheld remote control, the instructor and students can maintain a safe distance, whether you are training firefighters to recognize pre-backdraft conditions or educating the public on the dangers of gas leaks in their home and why it's so important to call 911 if they smell gas. Backdrafts, flashovers, and gas explosions occur rapidly with little or no warning. Training to be aware of these dangerous situations can make the difference on the fire ground. Give us a call to discuss your training objectives or request more information at www.bullex.com.